Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone's doing good. I see we have some OGs in the chat. We got Shroud, we got Horror Story. Hello, hello. Hope you guys are doing well. Have a few lurkers in chat. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. Whether you be at work, hardly working, or working hard or hardly working, whatever they say, or if your day is coming to an end, regardless, thank you guys for joining me. All right, today we are playing with a really, really fun one. I've actually played with this deck. When did I play with it? I think it was when the Final Fantasy set was pretty new. It revolves around Summon Leviathan. You know what? Oh, nah, we don't need any music right now. Summon Leviathan. I'm so tired of seeing Sunderflock. And Sunderflock instant speed? It's not instant speed. Horror Story's trying out a Jeskai Fireball deck and you can't draw any red mana? So you're just playing blue-white. You're just a Zorius gamer. Anyways, guys, Sunderflock, it's... I guess, is it Elementals, Spelementals, whatever that deck is called? It is really, really high up there. Of course, they use Sunderflock to bounce all of your creatures back to your hand. And whenever they do that, I know you guys roll your eyes. It's super frustrating to play against it. I have a feeling Horror Story, he said he was a crab enjoyer, which is an elemental crab. So, Horror Story, I have a feeling he also plays with Sunderflock. Anyways, we don't like Sunderflock around here. It's super annoying. You guys know it. It is a really, really top tier deck. Today, we're going with a jank deck, but it is a lot of fun because, like I said, it revolves around Summon Leviathan. You get this Final Fantasy creature down. It is a Leviathan, and on Chapter 1, it pops off. It's an enchantment saga, so turn 1, when you cast it, it's Saga Chapter 1 pops off, and you guys can see right there. It says, return each creature that isn't a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent. Basically, bounce all non-elemental creatures back to the opponent's hand is what we're doing. It's exactly like Sunderflock. The only thing that we're doing differently than Sunderflock, besides the entire deck, but we're able to cast this at instant speed. And I know this is an enchantment creature saga. It doesn't have flash. It's not instant speed. So you might ask, well, how are you doing this? How are you casting it at instant speed? And I mean, ideally, we cast it right at the opponent's end step. So then we bounce all of their creatures back to their hand. So going into our turn, they have no creatures because they've all been bounced back to their hand. And since we had this creature come in on the opponent's turn, it doesn't have summoning sickness anymore, so we can attack right away. And we're not attacking just with Summon Leviathan, we'll be attacking with at least one other creature. And the way that we pull this off is with a card that I absolutely love. I have not seen anyone play Smuggler Surprise in a hot minute. Let's just leave it at that. This card, it doesn't really get played anymore, just because there are just so many more powerful things that you can do. But anyway, Smuggler Surprise, you spend 1 green mana, and then you can go on a spree. It's really that second option you see right there. So for an additional 5 mana, so you need 6 mana in total, you can put 2 creatures from your hand onto the battlefield. So of course, like I said, one of them is Summon Leviathan. That bounces all of the creatures back to the opponent's hand. And then hopefully we have another really, really big Serpent or Leviathan that we can put on the battlefield, like Coma, the World Eater. Card art looks absolutely sick. This one, 8 power, 12 toughness. It has Trample, which again doesn't really matter because we're bouncing all of the creatures back to the opponent's hand. But whenever whenever Coma deals damage to a player, we get to create 4 3/3 Serpent tokens, which is a lot of fun. We're going with Sin, Spira's Punishment. When this creature enters, we get to exile a permanent card from our graveyard at random, and we create a token copy of that card. And if the exiled card or if the exiled permanent is a land, we get to repeat that process. So hopefully we have another creature in the graveyard. That would be pretty cool. And then finally, the final Leviathan that we're going with is a Famished World Sire. This is I call him the Hungry Hippo because he's a big boy. I mean, like I said, normally we're casting Smuggler Surprise for 6 mana, so we can sack 6 lands, look at the top X cards, where X is this creature's power, and I think he gets +3 counters for each land you sacrifice. So if you sack 6 lands, this guy goes up to 18 power. And again, we're putting 2 creatures on the battlefield with Summon Leviathan, so that's more than 20 damage right there. Another serpent that we're going with is the Unagi of Kyoshi Island. I like the card art for this one, and it just fits the theme. And then finally, the last, yeah, it's not a serpent or a Leviathan, but it is a merfolk, which does combo nicely with Summon Leviathan, is Kiora, the Rising Tide. Also some really, really sick card art. And what's nice about Kiora is you get to draw 2 cards, so hopefully you can find one of these big creature cards. Maybe you can draw into your Smuggler Surprise, which would be really nice. And then you can drop off 2 cards. And remember, like I said, if you get Sin onto the battlefield, you get to, exile a card, a permanent card from your graveyard. So with Kiora, maybe you have Sin, maybe you have Summon Leviathan, and maybe you have a Coma. Yeah, you could choose to drop off Coma, and then when you do put Sin onto the battlefield with Smuggler Surprise, hopefully you can pull back the Coma. That would be lit. And then, yeah, the rest of the deck, honestly, yeah, just a few counter spells to try and survive until turn 6, because Standard is absolutely crazy. We have Into the Floodmont to bounce a, pretty problematic creature and stock up for a little bit of card draw. And we are going with Lessons from Life. You get to draw 3 cards, which is pretty nice, and then you can put a land onto the battlefield. So it helps us ramp a little tiny bit. So, yeah, it's called Instant Bounce. Could have probably came up with a better name. But this is what we're rocking with. Indeed, Shroud. Release the Kraken is what we say, even though I think we only have 1 Kraken, and that's the Scion of the Deep from Kiora. Everything else really is a Serpent or a Leviathan. So, yeah, guys, that is way too much rambling from me. I know you guys just want to see us jump into some games. So, let's switch over to the stream. And then let us go and Standard. We'll play some Instant Speed Bounce. Let's get some tunes going. Shroud, how you doing, buddy? I know you said you took a small break from Magic because you were pretty busy with school. Been able to accumulate any new wild cards? All right, guys, we get to go first. I do like our hand because we do have Smuggler Surprise, and we have 2 pretty decent Serpents, so... You're doing fine. I'm glad to hear that, buddy. And who knows, guys? Maybe we are up against a Izzet Spelemental deck playing their own Sunderflock. That would be pretty funny. This Unagi also has Flash, which is really nice because, yeah, the opponent is definitely a Izzet deck. Absolutely tragic, guys. First game on today, and yeah, who knows what version of Izzet it is. It doesn't really matter what version of Izzet. It's just, yeah, uber try hard. An opponent's doing nothing. They go with Winter Night Stories. Yeah, this is just a top tier sweaty deck. Literally game number 1. First thing we play against. The guy's name is Loser as well. Yikes. The irony. He has a bounce off. That's fine. Oh, guys, we did draw Summon Leviathan. Unfortunately, he's not playing any creatures, which is a little teensy bit unfortunate. One goes with Winter Night Stories. So they're fully tapped out. With 1 mana to work with. We could go with the 3 steps ahead. Oh my gosh, guys, it is the Elemental deck. I cannot believe it. This is too funny. Do we counter this one? It would be really nice to draw a card with 3 steps ahead. I'm going to risk it, guys. We are going to counter that spell. We did draw Lessons from Life. I really want to flash in Unagi. And then hopefully we draw a land, because we could go with Smuggler's Surprise, get down Coma, get down Summon Leviathan. It will bounce everything back to the opponent's hand. We get to keep our Unagi because it is a Serpent. So I'm going for it. We're passing our turn. Opponent, we have no counter magic. Only thing that is a little bit worrisome is I have a feeling either the opponent has some counter spells, they might be holding on to the crab, to be honest, and they're looking to tap down our creatures. They could have a counter spell themselves. They do let this one resolve. And unfortunately, we did miss the land drop, so I guess we hold open 3 steps ahead. We look to counter their next spell, and then probably draw 2 cards, hopefully find a land. It's also what I love about Smuggler's Surprise. It's an instant speed, and yeah, we are literally up against the crab deck. We're countering that, and we're going to draw 2 cards. They do have 2 mana open, so Spell Pierce, we have to pay the 2. Is the opponent going to... Do we counter it? Honestly, do we just draw 3 cards? I think we're just going to draw 3 cards. I don't think they take the block. I don't think they take the block. Because they want the crab on the battlefield so that they have their... Bro, they have the counter spell. That is absolutely tragic. Tried to play around the Spell Pierce, but that one's just a hard counter spell. And yeah, it actually can't target us. We were attacking in. And like I said, I don't think they're taking the block just because they want the crab so that they can get down a Sunderflock for cheap. So they're going to bounce this one back to our hand. And we kind of need a hope to draw a land. There it is. I mean, it's too predictable. And honestly, it gets a sleepy face from me, guys. It's kind of wild. Hopefully they don't have another counterspell, and hopefully we draw the land as well. They could even go for a Winter Night Stories. I think they would be tapped out. No, that only costs 1 mana. Holy smokes. All right, we really need to draw a land. But even then, I have a feeling they might just have another counter spell. Oh, we missed the land drop, guys. You have to be kidding me. Are we just dead? They flash in. I guess we can flash in the Serpent. Okay, that's not counter a creature spell. I think that's what we have to do. I guess even then they could... Yeah, look, there's a crab. So they have 15 damage. Alright, we can flash in the Unagi. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell. I guess they could honestly have another crab, and then they can pay for the ward 4. They go with Sleight of Hand. That's to draw a card. So 2 unknown cards in hand. I mean, we have to try it. No, there was no stick whatsoever. That doesn't mean that they don't have a counterspell, though, because this is counter target instant or sorcery spell, and this is a creature card, so... Oh my gosh, and we draw a land, but it is a tapped land. I cannot believe how insanely cooked we got by our deck, guys. Is there anything we can do? I honestly don't think there's anything we can do. Lessons from Life? Bro, that is tragic. Oh. Honestly, I thought we could beat them, but man. That is so frustrating. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. It's all good, baby. Even though, yeah. Oh, that just sucks when your deck just doesn't give you the land. Honestly, for like 3 turns in a row, we didn't draw a land. Well, I think on the 3rd turn we did draw the land. It just unfortunately was a tapped land. Hey. Alright, Kiora is actually really nice with Sin, and we do have Summon Leviathan. So, again, another really nice hand. We do have the 3 lands, so I have a feeling we go with Kiora, but 3 steps ahead. Could look to drop off the Serpent with the Kiora and then reanimate it with Sin. We have a negate. Honestly, yeah, I think we do it. Let's go with Kiora. Get to draw 2 cards. Honestly, a land would be pretty nice. All right, we'll definitely drop down the Famished World Sire. We drop down another Kiora. They might remove this one, so I think we'll hold on to her. I think I play with 24 lands, guys. Yeah, I play with 24 lands. Oh, opponent should have definitely held on to that, I would say. So they're definitely a token deck. Well, during Innocence, that one's not a token. I think we'll definitely take the block right there. All right, that's why I held on to Kiora, just in case we missed a land drop. We should definitely, I mean, barely by the skin of our teeth, find one. Are we going to be too slow for negate? We definitely drop off the Unagi. We keep Summon Leviathan. We keep Sin. 100% we keep the land. I kind of don't want to show them that I have Summon Leviathan, so do we get rid of 3 steps ahead at this point and keep open negate for next turn? 3 steps ahead is also a draw card. I think we get rid of negate. We drop the land. Yeah, opponent, you can have 2 damage. That's fine. I wouldn't be surprised if they had another Virtue of Loyalty. We do hit the land drop, which is amazing. Okay, yeah, now 3 steps ahead is a counter spell and a draw 2, I believe it is. Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they have another Virtue of Loyalty. It's the only thing I can think of that can flash in a creature, but Battle Menu gets it done. And I think Invasion Reinforcements could also get it done as well. So we'll go ahead and counter that one. And we'll look to draw 2 cards. Yeah, we can drop off 1 land. That is okay. All right, now we just need a Smuggler's Surprise. And we have a legendary turn coming up then. We also have Kiora fully unlocked, so next turn whenever we go to attack, we will... Well, never mind, they hit us with a split up. That's okay, though. That is okay. So we could go with Summon Leviathan, bounce them, but guys, we're going to do it. Stock up must find... I guess we take... Oh, we already had a Fountain Port. That's my bad. All right, well, we can create a treasure token with Fountain Port and then go with Sin. Kind of crazy we haven't found a Smuggler's Surprise, but, I mean, we're not under a ton of pressure, so... Opponent could play Virtue. And they do. That one puts a +1, so this one goes up to a 3-2. All right, we're going for another stock up, and we have to hit Smuggler's Surprise at this point. Also found a Kiora, pretty nice. I think we take 3 steps ahead, though. Just a nice little counter spell. Yeah, nice little counter spell, and then the turn after that, guys, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Opponent's gonna punch in for 3. That's okay. Bahat, big smack. Elspeth. Yeah, no way. No way you can have an Elspeth. That would create 2 tokens, so they get to draw off that. They would also grow those tokens then, so... Yes, I think we'll be able to get them. They could have another Elspeth, which that would be unfortunate. Again, I'm fine taking 4 damage, even though they will go up to 30. Yeah, we can't go with Smuggler's Surprise right now, guys, because after the attack step, there is, you know, post-combat, which they could hit us with a split up or a Day of Judgment. So we really have to rip this on the opponent's end step when they just cannot cast any more sorcery speed cards. And they go with Caretaker's Talent. That's fine. You can have that, opponent. Go ahead and make some tokens, please. No, it doesn't look like it. So yeah, we're just ripping it right now. We are going to put 2 creatures onto the battlefield. I guess we could have also given them hexproof in case they have a Get Lost or something like that. But, you know, if they have it, then they have it. They can't target. It does have Ward 2. I guess technically Erode could get it done. They go with Sin. That is unfortunate, but he is on the stack. The ability is on the stack. I'll definitely take some action. We'll pull out a Forest. Bounce that creature back to your hand. And then Sin, what does he find for us? Finds a Kiora. Oh, that's honestly not the best one. We did find another Smuggler's Surprise. Dropping off 2 cards is pretty rough, but, I mean, we'll definitely keep Smuggler's Surprise. And it's going into our turn. We get to draw a card when we punch in with these creatures. Into the Floodmaw for some bounce, that's fine. Alright, we get to create the Kraken token. Oh, we draw a few cards as well. We found a Coma, which is really nice. We have 9, 6, 7. We'd have just 2 mana left over. Yeah, creatures gain hexproof and indestructible. Yeah, let's go ahead and play a Coma, and we'll go ahead and end the turn. Opponent had just 2 cards in hand plus a top deck. And yeah, they hit us with the Day of Judgment, so we can go Smuggler's Surprise, and our creatures, with the exception of Kiora, they gain indestructible. So opponent literally needs a split up, but we have indestructible, guys, so I don't see what they have. And yeah, what they have is nothing. Let's absolutely go. That was a fun one. Got kind of low on our life total, but I mean, yeah, these Krakens getting it done. Let's absolutely go. GG. Yo, Knight, welcome, welcome. Yes, indeed, we're playing with Summon Leviathan. I think you actually gave that card a shout out last stream, which I think was last Tuesday. I was busy this Saturday. A family barbecue that was really nice. So yeah, Saturday, unfortunately, I didn't have time to stream. All right, we go second, which is okay. We have an Into the Floodmaw, which can maybe buy us a little bit of time. Kiora can go ahead and draw and discard, and we do have a Summon Leviathan. It is the Bajamol Cub. We want to bounce that one because they can just replay it next turn and then promote the Forest as well. I think we hold on for 1 turn just because we don't have a turn to play. So we will hold on to this for as long as possible. They could drop a land and go Ouroboros right now. Oh, just another Bajamol Cub. That is honestly super nasty, because if we bounce this one right now, they still have 2 mana available. Absolutely crazy. Guys, I feel like I complain about it every single video, every single live stream. I probably do complain too much, but dude, Standard is just absolutely cooked. Standard is just absolutely cooked. They also leveled that one up, so they have Ward now. Well, we can pay the Ward next turn. Might be crazy. I think we get rid of it right now, just because we're going with Kiora this turn. Hedge Maze. I still think we definitely go with Kiora. Another Into the Floodmaw. I think we drop off a Coma. Honestly, we might need to add a black source. Oh, I thought I played with starting town, but I guess not. Yeah, we definitely need a starting town so that we could play Spira. I think we keep Into the Flood Maw. Man, this is actually pretty difficult. We definitely need to work our way up to 6 mana to bounce everything. We definitely drop off Coma. Unagi, is that cap? That is a turn 5 play that we can flash in. Honestly, I'm gonna get rid of the tap land. No, we'll keep the tap land. We'll get rid of the untapped land. Yeah, they just go with Badgermole Cub. Promote the land. They have 7 mana to work with. They just choose to level that one up all the way. I think we can take 1 hit from Badgermole Cub right now. Ooh, Lessons from Life? That actually would have been a really nice draw if we had an untapped land. I cannot believe it. That is actually kind of crazy. Definitely don't need another Lessons from Life on top. All right, we do have Into the Flood Maw available. Even though, yeah, bouncing these Badgermole Cubs, it's really not doing much for us. And I think we just lose. Because it's going to come in with a ton of emblems. All their creatures. Yeah, guys, we're just too slow for this. Hey. All right. We'll queue up another one. That's fine, guys. I mean, this deck's not really going to beat these top tier decks. And I mean, this one, Badgermole Cub wasn't even top tier. Just double Badgermole Cub. Double Badgermole Cub was pretty brutal. Ooh, we do have Smuggler Surprise, which is really nice, so we'll keep it. We already have 1 Kiora. I don't think we need another one. We need a 3rd land drop is what we need. Oh, Smuggler Surprise and a Summon Leviathan is really nice. I think, honestly, we just make them replay Momo. I don't want it to go into their turn because they get the 1 mana discount. Dude, is it Spelementals? Mono white tokens is kind of a fair deck. Double Badgermole Cub into Azorius Flyers. And I'm playing with just some jank, guys. Honestly, maybe instead of Into the Flood Maw, maybe we need to go with the little elf. Okay, Lessons from Life was a great draw. Oh, okay, no. Oh, we get to put 1 of these lands onto the battlefield. All right, next turn we will have 6 mana. Unfortunately, I guess I could have attacked in right there. It is tapped. I kind of hope we draw an untapped land. Even though we don't really have... I guess we could put both of these on the battlefield. It's not legendary. All right, it's not the typical Azorius Flyer deck. And we are going to be able to bounce everything, which is pretty nice. They flicker that one, so they target it, so they get to create a token. And they still have 1 mana to work with. We did not find an untapped land, but we do have 3 steps ahead, which can draw 2 cards, which can hopefully find a pretty good creature. I think we can survive for 1 turn. I mean, if they have a What's that? Practiced offense, I think it is. Then they might win because that card does go into the graveyard. I think we have to take the block. Wow, they don't attack with that creature. That's kind of crazy. That's 6 damage. That is quite a lot. And I think they're just holding on to a counter spell potentially. All right, we'll go with 3 steps ahead. I do want to draw 2 cards. Can we make a copy of Kiora? I don't think so. That's 6 mana, which we don't have yet. So we'll just draw 2 cards. Holy smokes. All right, our turn. Oh, man. With all that card draw, we don't find another Leviathan? That's pretty crazy. I was going to say, I guarantee you there's going to be a really good one on top. And... all right, well, I mean, we'll try it. All right, no attacks. End the turn. Opponent, can they flash this one in? Flashback's not instant speed. They go with Into the Flood Maw. That sucks. Oh, and another thing that actually sucks about this is we actually have to do this. We actually have to do this not on their end step, but on their attack step. So they actually will be able to redeploy a lot of these creatures. Yeah, and they're going with Quantum Riddler. I think they're going to flash him in. They get to draw a card. And then they're going to flicker him. At least they will. I want to say they will be more or less all tapped out. They'll have 2 mana available. So I guess they could play Momo. All right, well, let's hope they don't have a Spell Snare. They think we have an Aetherize, which, you know, is pretty close. But it's a little bit better than that. Oh, and they have nothing, guys. So we'll get down both of these Summon Leviathans. We do get to bounce... maybe should have kept one of them in hand, actually, to bounce their creatures next turn. Ooh, maybe that was a little bit of a misplay. Just because they will be able to redeploy Momo. And we're not gaining any life. Going to exile a creature. And it gets returned. Yeah, I 100% should have kept one of these Summon Leviathans. Oh, that's my bad. Coma. I guess Coma, we could mill something with Coma or Kiora. Or no, we could draw. I was going to say we could draw a Into the Flood Maw. We'll get rid of 2 lands. I don't think we need any more lands at this point. So we have a Into the Flood Maw available. We can punch in with both of these. Do get to draw a card. Yeah, guys, I 1,000,000% misplayed. I should have kept one of these because both these Leviathans actually disappear next turn, so we only have Kiora. I punted that so hard. Well, we did find Smuggler's Surprise. We'll put that one onto the battlefield. We can still play this land right here. So we have Into the Flood Maw available to us. They didn't have any counter magic last turn, so they did get a draw off Quantum Riddler. Oh, wait, okay, I see how we might have a out. That is kind of crazy they went for that right now. Do they have another one? No, they don't. So they kind of wasted that one. Oh my gosh, they scooped it up. Let's go. Holy smokes, guys. That, I don't want to say it was a GG, because I played that pretty poorly, playing both these Summon Leviathans, because also when you play it on your opponent's turn, going into your turn, it pops off on Chapter 2. So I think you only really get one attack step with these Summon Leviathans, and it's only on Chapter 2, because, again, when it goes into your turn on the 3rd chapter, they actually disappear, just like Esper Origins and Summon Bahamut. I don't think that one ever really gets to its final chapter, but these guys, they actually disappear. So going into our turn right now, and yeah, the opponent's more or less tapped out. Let's say they play Momo. Maybe they play this Informed Inkrite. Opponent's tapped out. Honestly, kind of crazy that they went with that Restoration Magic. But anyways, going into our turn right now, we're losing both these Summon Leviathans. This creature's a 2/4, so Kiora can't get through. It has lifelink. But what we could do, and I wonder if we would risk it on the opponent's turn, have them play out some creatures. We could go with Smuggler's Surprise, smuggle out Sin onto the battlefield, and honestly, maybe a Famished Worldsire, sack all these lands, and then Sin gets to pull back a creature from our graveyard. I think, well, okay, we do have a Kiora, which would then lose us the game, and we have an Unagi that would lose the game, but we do have 2 of those Summon Leviathans, so it would be a 50-50 to win the game right there or not, so, but anyways, yeah, I honestly kind of punted that by playing both of these. I honestly should have saved one of them to play on a follow-up turn to bounce all the creatures, but, yeah, opponent also misplayed a little bit, so, I mean, hey, you take those wins when you can get them, GG. And I wasn't recording that game, which is absolutely tragic. So, that one's not going in the YouTube video. Ay, ay, ay. We're playing against Fear itself. Oh yeah, we actually wanted to change these into the Flood Maws. A little bit too slow. Anyways, we get to go first, which is really nice. 4th land drop. I will ship it back just because we do get another Surveil right now. And I mean, Lessons from Life is a turn 4 play. Oh, we did find Smuggler's Surprise. That is really nice. Kiora, that one does draw some cards, and we can use her as a blocker, so we'll definitely keep Kiora. I think maybe look to bounce this Forsaken Miner. I could see an option for keeping open Negate for their, what is it called? Corpse of the Lost, I believe. Bandit's Talent. That is honestly super nasty. I still think we get rid of Negate. An opponent is tapped out. So that Forsaken Miner, we say bye-bye. Come on, opponent. We know you want to attack with this creature, and you can't block. We don't have any hasty creatures. There you go. You figured it out. Alright, we drop down Kiora, and honestly, this might be a pretty hard choice for discarding 2 cards. I mean, we definitely keep the land. Lessons from Life draws us cards, so we definitely get rid of 3 steps ahead. Opponent does have a lot of discard spells, which is really tragic, so I know this sounds crazy. I think we get rid of Coma. Oh, and I have to add a black land. No, Strategic Betrayal gets rid of our graveyard. That does suck. It's not the worst thing in the world because we're not hardcore a graveyard deck. Find a tap land, which is actually a really nice one to put onto the battlefield with Lessons from Life. A few stock ups, you know, not the worst thing in the world. Would have been nice if those were 2 Leviathans, because then next turn we get down 6 mana and we could keep open Smuggler's Surprise. Oh, please, opponent, do not have... I mean, if they have Bloodletter of Aclazotz, then they have Bloodletter of Aclazotz. And, you know, there's not much we can do. We'll definitely take a Famished World Sire and another Smuggler's Surprise. And then we'll go with another stock up. And we'll take a Leviathan. And I guess a land is fine. Alright, opponent, please do not have the Bloodletter of Aclazotz. No, they're just leveling up the Bandit's talent. So that is very nice. Wow, they did not look at our hand, which I'm actually really happy about. We'll get rid of the land. That's fine. I think the opponent can play it then? No. Momentum Breaker. I think we can afford to get rid of one Smuggler's Surprise. No, you know what? We'll get rid of a Summon Leviathan. Well, I guess they could have a kill spell. Their speed goes up. Alright. Yeah, we are 4. Go down to 2. It would make us lose life if they level that one up all the way. So, unfortunately, I think we do have to rip this one. Yeah, I was kind of hoping the opponent would level that one up. Yeah, we just have to rip this one right now. Because if they leveled this one up, well, we don't have 2 or few cards in our hand. Can they make us lose 2 life? Unholy Annex doesn't get it done. I'm going to risk it, guys. Oh, wait. No, you know what? I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. Can we give them... We can't give them Indestructible. A little bit unfortunate. I am not going to risk it right now. And yeah, we will just sack all these lands. This one does have Ward 3, and this one does have Ward 2. So direct kill spells aren't actually the best answer for the opponent. I mean, Shoot the Sheriff, they could pay for the Ward 2. But yeah, we're at 7. We lose 4 life, so we go down to 3. And then this one makes us lose half our life. They literally had Shoot the Sheriff, like I called. It's fine. Unfortunately, we don't quite have 20 damage. That is kind of crazy. We will put these 7 lands on the battlefield. So we pinned our deck for 7 lands, and we do get a Surveil. Definitely don't need a land on top. Deck, you're crazy. And we actually have the opponent, because we can animate the Restless Vine Stalk, and then we punch in one other target creature. We're just going to submit 0. So let's absolutely go. GG, opponent. Fear itself. Nah, you have to fear the Famished World Sire, the hungry hippo coming for that booty. GG, guys. Yeah, like I said, they were dealing 4 damage to us, so we go down to 3, and then this one says we lose half our life. Round it up. Half of 3 is 1.5. You round that up, means we lose 2 life, so we go down to 1 HP. 1 HP in a dream. We knew that one of their cards was a Shoot the Sheriff. I really don't know if they had a way of draining us out for 1. I mean, I can't think of anything. I mean, I can think of a few cards for sure, like that Dreaming of Beavers, I think drains the opponent for 1 stuff. I just didn't want to go down to 1 HP in a dream. So, yeah. I kind of forgot that these guys had Ward, which is pretty nice. So, they kind of had to tap out for that. So, yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun one. And let's go ahead... I swear I thought it put a starting town in this deck, but I guess not. And maybe we take out the Into the Flood Maws. What do you guys think? Maybe go with a Llanowar Elf for a little bit of ramp. Let's go 2/2. Type in Little Elf. The Little Elf who could. And get rid of Elf. I don't think we need Fountain Port, right? We can go down 1 Fountain Port. I think we can go down 1 Restless Vine Stalk, even though it literally just won us the game right there. I just want a little bit of black mana so that if we do ever draw Sin, we can pay him. I know we could create a treasure token with Fountain Port. I think that's a little bit too slow. Do we get rid of 1 Hedge Maze as well? These tap lands, they have honestly kind of been making it a little bit more difficult for us than they should be. And I know some of them were the Botanical Sanctum. This one does come in untapped if it's before turn 3. So I think we trim those 3, and then we will go with do we go with Starting Town or do we go with Multiversal Passage? What do you guys say? I'll actually have you guys choose for me. Do we get down the Young Starting Town, or where is it? Cavern of Souls, we could... Oh, we're going with Cavern of Souls. What am I talking about? 1, 2, 3 copies of those. Let's go 4 copies of those. Those always come in untapped. We can name Leviathan, which makes this one uncounterable. Sin uncounterable, and he's the one we need the black mana for. Coma is a Serpent, so that one's not a Leviathan, but the actual card, Summon Leviathan, is a Leviathan, so I think that's an easy Cavern of Souls, and then I honestly don't think we need the Fountain Ports then, even though it is a good card. Restless Vinestalk literally just won us the game. I think we can... And they are nice early game. I think we just say screw the Fountain Ports. Yeah, Horror Story, you can share the link. I don't know if YouTube will auto-block it. I don't know if YouTube will auto-block it, but yeah, go ahead and share. Or what's your... Isn't it just... Oh, wait, maybe I can share it. Here, let me share it, Horror Story. Let me... Go to channel. And then I think if I just copy this, go into live. Oh, typing is hard, guys. There we go. Got the personal shout out. Thought we had this loop. Loop that 10 times. All right, we actually need one more land. So. All right, we'll go up one more hedge maze. All right. No problem, Horror Story. Thank you for always being here. All right, we do have the Elf this time. Yuna. Evil Yuna deck. What cards are in your Evil Yuna deck? Oh, that's Springleaf Drum into the Seam Rip. That's pretty nasty. We do have Into the Floodmon. We do also have a Negate on deck. I would like a land. I mean, I did play with 24. It should not be this difficult. All right, we do hit the land drop. It is a tap land. A little bit unfortunate. I really don't want to put that one in the graveyard, so I think we keep it. Yeah, it does. You definitely need to play around with like audio levels and stuff like that for sure. Horror Story. Starfield Shepherd. Can't even counter that. Actually, Negate. Yeah, it's the Momo Flyer deck, which is pretty nasty. And then they tap the Starfield Shepherd or Momo. They play Quantum Riddler. No Quantum Riddler. Yeah, I do know. I actually played a unit deck with Cloning of Shredder Knight. I do know that one. Do we bounce Momo? I mean, they have so much mana to work with. I don't really know when else we'll really be able to play this one. Could have, well, bouncing their Seam Rip does nothing because they just replay it. And we knew we were drawing that one. Oh, guys, I really don't want to play against this deck. I really don't want to play against that deck. Do we need to go up one more land since we are a pretty expensive deck? I think we will, actually. I feel like we've kind of been missing our land drops, which sucks. Honestly, Negate has felt pretty bad as well. It's really slow. Lessons from Life. We only have 3 copies of it, and I feel like we draw it all the time. All right, well, then we will go with Fountain Port. 2 copies of that one. 26 lands right now. And we are a pretty expensive deck. 4.1. 26 might be a lot, but yeah, like I said, I feel like we're just not hitting our land drops. A Horror Story, you gonna actually like make some YouTube videos as well? Like what I do for my channel? Because I think you need to. I don't want to say you need to. Of course, you don't have to. But yeah, I think if you make some videos, you know, that'll get some people's attention. All right, we do have 3 lands, which is nice. Kiora can draw us some cards, drop off some cards. So I like this one. The opponent goes first. We'll rock with this hand. Playing against Mr. Slappy Taco. What a name. What a name. Another Kiora. I don't think we need a 3rd Kiora at this point. 2 Caverns, which is pretty nice. Double Moon Shadow. Into a Fabled Passage. That grows Moon Shadow. That's pretty crazy. Into a Swamp? Okay. I thought for a second it might be the Rakdos deck. Lessons from Life. I mean, next turn we definitely go with Kiora. The turn after that, Lessons from Life. That does ramp us a little bit. 4-5. Well, could maybe go with a, I want to say quote-unquote early Summon Leviathan. It would just be turn 5. What's up, Knight? What's up, buddy? Is this you, Knight? Are you Sloppy Taco? I have thought of the Glacier God Maya. I did look at that one. I went with the Famished World Sire instead, but Glacier Godma is a pretty fun one. I know whenever a land hits the battlefield, you get to put a ton of counters on all your creatures. That is a fun card for sure. Yeah, I know that. I've played literally with that combo before. Glacier Godma plus Famished World Sire. You can check it out on my channel. But yeah, I have played with literally that combo before. Not sure why the opponent is taking a whole minute to figure out what they want to do. Maybe they were worried about counter spells. This one drop off cards. Blight 1, Blight 2, exile a card from the graveyard, and the Bloodcast. Alright, well, we'll go with Island. We'll go with Kiora. I think we drop off 1 Coma. You know what? I think we drop off a Coma and a Verge. I'm pretty sure Lessons of Life drawing 3 cards should hit a land drop for land number 6. I'll be honest, guys. I don't know if we survive until turn 5. Because it would be a turn 5 Leviathan. It's 2 more turn cycles for the opponent. 2, 4, 6, 8 damage. We block this one, it dies. They can just warp it out next turn. That grows those creatures. They even just have a sack. Draw 2 cards. That grows Moonshadow right here, right now. No, opponent didn't have the sack. But yeah, that just grows Moonshadow. That's 9 damage next turn. There's just nothing we can do. There's just absolutely nothing we can do. Stock up doesn't get it done. Could find a bounce spell. Yeah, there's just nothing we can do. Have you guys been checking on the new Marvel superhero spoilers? I actually haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any of the new Marvel superhero cards, really. Alright, we get to go first, which should hopefully help, even if the opponent is a aggressive deck. Can go with a Kiora on turn 3. Could also go with a stock up. Rune Lurker Bat, so most likely mono white life gain. I don't think they play with any Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpents. Abandoned Air Temple into another Rune Lurker Bat. And nothing from the opponent. We did find a Famished World Sire. We'll definitely name Leviathan with that one. And we'll go with a Kiora. Nice little draw 2, discard 2. Now the question is, what do we drop off? I think we can get rid of 1 stock up. We definitely drop off 1 stock up. 3 steps ahead for a counter spell is pretty nice. I think we can get rid of Lessons from Life. Opponent hits us with the land drop. They go with the Essence Channeler. That is a pretty nasty one because it will gain 2 counters on it right now. Ooh, we found a Coma. That's really nice. I think we're going with stock up. Next turn, we'll have 5 mana. So we take this one. I guess we take Lessons from Life. All right, no attacks. We can use Kiora to block. Another Essence Channeler is honestly pretty nasty. And of course they have Sheltered by Ghosts, because why wouldn't they? And then I honestly think we're just dead this turn. And again, there's just nothing we can do, guys. We have 5 mana available. All these are 6 mana. Dude, I cannot believe it, man. We can draw 3. And we can't pay for the ward. We cannot pay ward 2. Yeah, we need 3 mana to draw 2 cards, and we only have 2 mana available. Well, we don't even draw the Into the Flood Maw. Again, another game where opponent... Well, this one has 4 lands. Previous opponent had 3 lands, and we lost. This one, we gotta go first. Opponent on turn 4 finished us off. Don't worry, though, guys. It's a skill issue. Yeah, Aether... Maybe we do consider Aetherize over... Yeah, but the thing with Aetherize is that's literally what our... That's what our Serpent does. This hand is way too expensive. Is this literally the exact same hand that we just shipped off? That is wild. I mean, I'm not taking a double mulligan. Yeah, Aetherize would have been good there. I mean, honestly, Into the Flood Maw would have been pretty good. I think we probably had 1 mana open, so we could have just bounced their Essence Channeler before they even attached the Sheltered by Ghosts, so then they lose Sheltered by Ghosts. Alright, we'll keep this one. We'll ship back 1 Sin, and we'll get down the Fountain Port. No need to let them know what we're working with just yet. Found another land, which is really nice. Ooh, we found a little elf. We'll name Leviathan with this one. Ha! We have no green mana. That's a pretty big yikes moment. Playing against Zoop, Zoop, Zoop. That might be a big red deck. Did we draw 2 cards? I don't think so. Alright, missed the land drop. Hopefully Kiora can draw it for us. Opponent might have a few shocks or burst lightnings. Something like that. We do. Double land drop. I think the elf can go at this point. Still, we still technically don't have any green mana. I still think we get rid of those 2 cards. This one could name Elf, but Elf we definitely drop off. I don't think we drop off 2 lands. All right. All right, hit us with your shock. Zoop, zoop, zoop. There it is. Burst lightning. Pretty much the same thing. Missing another land drop. Dude, we have 26 lands in this deck. All right, Hedge Maze gets it done for us, and Coma also gets it done for us, so... I was going to say an untapped land. We could go with a Smuggler's Surprise next turn, and we can get down some pretty fat... Of course we draw a land, and of course it is one of our tap lands. Insane. Opponent, what are you doing? They go with the demo field, don't care. Absolutely not. Counter and draw 2. And I think we can drop off Unagi, and we can drop off... Oh, we just need to drop off 1 card. Let's go. Oh, dropping off the Famished World Sire would have been pretty amazing. All right, we're going to end the turn. And we're going to hit them with a fat Smuggler's Surprise. Ooh, Improvisation Capstone, really fun card. Let's see what they hit off of it. A Tablet. So they do technically have 3 mana to work with. Burst Lightning, don't care about. Bam, 2 damage. Big damage. And they still technically have 2 mana to work with. They do get to exile a card. Overlord, can't play that one. And opponent put 2 cards, and... I mean, they're tapped out, so it doesn't matter. We're going to auto-pay that. We'll put down Sin, and we'll put down the Famished World Sire. There is a chance that Sin pulls back Coma. That would be awesome. And also pull back the Unagi and Kiora. So, yeah, this one, pretty nice. And then we sack a bunch of lands. And opponent scoops it up. Alright, yeah, so that one wasn't really the combo. Opponent was pretty slow. They did honestly nothing for like the first 4 turns of the game. So yeah, there we got a little bit lucky, but yeah, I don't really see how they're dealing with this. Because again, opponent is all tapped out, guys. They have just 2 mana to work with. No way that they can answer these 2 creatures with 2 red mana. Not that I can think of, at least. And remember, Sin is pulling back another creature. Famished Worldsire is just big enough by himself. So yeah, let's go. GG. Capstone is a lot of fun, yeah. No, honestly, I've kind of... Wait. Eliminate the Imposter? Oh, you can try... That's the whole card name. Eliminate the Imposter. Honestly, I think our deck's fine, guys. I mean, it's not supposed to be, you know, top tier, uber mega competitive deck. No, they cannot. Alright, guys, we do have Smuggler Surprise. We have 1 big Leviathan, got it into the Flood Maw, and a stock up, so I can dig it. Oh my gosh, we drew Summon Leviathan as well, so literally have the combo in our hand. Question is, can we make it up to 6 mana? Opponent mono black so far. It could be a discard deck, even though we haven't seen any discard spells just yet. They could be holding on to a ton of kill spells. They could be Oops All Removal, Unstoppable Slasher, absolutely nasty. And I think we just bounce that one right now, make them replay it next turn. On our turn right now, we go for a stock up. We'll name Leviathan with that one. And I think we just take 2 lands. We'll take one of them that comes in. It doesn't matter if it comes in untapped or not. Kitty Cat. Yeah, they just replay Unstoppable. I mean, I guess if they have Bloodletter of Akhlazot's, we just lose. So I think we have to look for a Into the Flood Maw, which we don't find. So I think that's GG. We keep those 3, keep another Summon Leviathan. I mean, I think it's just 2 lands. Wait, no, we keep 1 land for sure. 4, that is 5/6. I don't want to show them that we have Smuggler's Surprise. Oh, we just have to discard 1 land. I always forget. That's my bad. I think we just lose this turn, though, guys. No, it's Corpse of the Lost. No, it's not a skeleton. All right. Oh, I forgot that that one makes us lose half our life. That's crazy. So I think we just... Are we just dead next turn? I don't know. And at this point, I don't really care either. If they play a skeleton, it has haste. This is 5 damage right here. I'm pretty sure they do have a skeleton. Yeah, that'll do it. Again, did not make it until turn 6, and we even slowed them down for a turn. Dude, maybe we do need Aetherize in this deck. All right, guys, I'll do it. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. Oh, man. All right, Lessons from Life. A little bit too slow for this deck, even though the draw 3 is pretty nice. Aetherize, 3 of you. Honestly, this Unagi, not the best creature. Is there a cheaper Serpent we can go with? Guess we could go another copy of Kiora. Alright, we'll go another copy of Into the Flood Maw. That one Serpent sucks. So, get him out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, opponent goes first. We do have 2 Surveil lands. You know, I'm not going to say no because we do have the combo in our hand. Fiora is a creature and probably just gets answered by a removal spell, but I think we keep her, even though an untapped land actually might have been better. As for a dragon? Does Ugin count as a dragon card? I don't think so. Fuck. Yeah, I'm definitely not saying no to any lands. Oh, sorry, opponent. I didn't mean to be holding priority there. Yeah, it's Professor Delian fell, so they're going to ultimate him next turn, which is pretty scary. We do kind of have a one-shot combo on the opponent, so I'm not too worried about his ultimate. I know when they get down the Unholy Annex and all those other good things, it does get a little bit scary. So yeah, let's go with Kiora. Nice little draw 2. We can drop down 1 Aetherize and I think 1 Stock Up, and we actually have enough mana to get down the Little Elf. So guys, we do have 5 mana right now. If we draw an untapped land, that will be 6 mana. So then, and again, it's next turn after the opponent's turn right now. Oh, they didn't even go to ultimate him. They went to draw a card. Wild. And I see from our tracker, it says a 47% chance to draw a card. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Oh my gosh. Wow, what an insane duress from the opponent for 1 mana. Oh, I guess we don't have 6 mana anymore because they did get rid of our elf. So that's actually really, really bad. Please don't have another duress. Oh, they're choosing to gain 3 life, so they're not drawing a card. I don't know if that's good or bad for us. They go with the Bloom Vine? Gain 3 life? That's fine, opponent. Oh my goodness, guys. I think for like the 3rd game in a row, we draw land number 6. It just comes in tapped. I'm going to remove these Botanical Sanctums. They are... They're honestly kind of pissing me off right now. Come on, bruh. Alright, gain 3 life. We lose 3 life. They punch in for 4. Oh, that one, when a dragon enters, gain 3 life. Yikes. So we're down to 10? They're going to gain 3 life. Oh, I guess I could have Aetherized. I'm an idiot. Alright, we do have Into the Flood Maw. So we go down to 7. And we take 7 damage right now. I don't see how we win, guys. We don't summon Leviathan. Alright, we'll hit them with the Aetherize. Even though I think they just replay both those dragons. Well, they don't have enough to play that one. They still gain 3 life off that, and then next turn the Professor gains them 3 life. Oh my gosh, dude, that one turn of a tap land absolutely cooked us. Maze Mind Tome, that was gonna... I did forget about Aetherize. That's my bad. All right. Hopefully they don't hit a land drop. Yeah, they do. All right. All right, yeah, guys. That was 100% my bad. I forgot about the Aetherize. I was just tilted from that. I was tilted from that land, so... This Botanical Sanctum, we'll get rid of those. We'll get rid of 1 Hedge Maze, and I think for sure we will go with Multiversal Passage. I would much rather be able to shock in a land and play our turn 6 card than what we have been through, because I think we've lost 2 games because of that. I think we've lost 2 games because of that, which is a definite feels bad moment. All right, we gotta go first. We don't have any green mana. Hopefully we draw some. I mean, we don't really have any early game plays. We 100% could name Elf with this one, and that might be wild, but I'm gonna risk it. I am going to risk it. Yeah, I don't think the opponent's playing with any counter spells. All right, we do have Aetherize in our hand. We see a Boros Gamer, even though they're not dropping any creatures. Yeah, see, look. Now I'm really happy. Multiversal Passage. Double green. We do have green from that one. We need double blue for anything. I don't know if we need... I guess we have the island right there, so... All right, no attacks. I know we could have put this one on black for Sin, but we want to get Sin down with Smuggler's Surprise, so... Create 2 Spirit Tokens. All right, opponent, those are for sure getting bounced next turn. And we keep hitting our land drop, so again, next turn we will have 6 mana. Thankfully, it is coming in untapped. I should say this. We have 6 mana if they don't remove our Land War Elf, but I don't think they are. I think they're... Ooh, that is a pretty scary creature. I can't lie. The Discover mechanic is pretty busted. So they get to Discover again. Into a Sage of the Sky. That honestly is pretty terrible. I can't even lie about that. Alright, well, we do get rid of those 2 tokens, which is pretty nice. We have another Aetherize, but we'll try and catch the opponent off guard when they attack in with some of their creatures. This one has flying, so we'll be able to block one of those. Unfortunately, there are no cards that Sin will be able to get back, so that's a little bit unfortunate. And yeah, I think they're just a... I don't want to say like an infinite Discover deck, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're playing with... I was literally just going to say Trumpeting Carnosaur. There is... What is that? Is it called the... It's not Encroaching Dragonstorm, but I think it's 5 mana? Yeah, they're playing with Quintorius. So yeah, like I said, I don't want to say it's an infinite combo, but it's honestly pretty close. So we'll put... Yeah, okay. I thought we had 7 mana. We don't, because we need to tap the elf. There is a stick. No counterspells from the opponent in these colors. Sack. Only 5 lands, so our Famished Worldsire is only a 15/15. And they scooped it up, which is just absolutely crazy because Sin is actually pulling... I guess he's pulling a land back from the graveyard. So that's actually a pretty nice combo. Originally, we had nothing in the graveyard, guys. We had literally just Aetherize and Smuggler's Surprise, 2 non-land permanents. So Sin would pull nothing back, but we at least would get a land back. So, anyways, GG. Opponent, yeah. No gumption right there. All right, guys, I think I have time for one more. Oh, I did not mean to open up. Yeah, that, like, Boros Discover deck, it is pretty popular tonight, yeah. Honestly, it's a pretty old one as well. Like, that one... Honestly, the Trumpeting Carnosaur, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of that one. It's an enchantment that gets to discover as well. And I think when a dragon or dinosaur, I think it's a dragon, hits the battlefield, they get to bounce it back to their hand. And yeah, they play with Quintorius. Pretty old deck, to be honest. Alright, let's see how good this Aetherize is, guys. We do get to go first, which helps out a lot. Yay. Ooh, Kiora is actually a top tier pickup right now. Oma's a pretty nice draw as well. Just need a Smuggler's Surprise. We can drop off 1 Coma. And are we too slow for 3 steps ahead? Bounce with Aetherize. Can we afford to get rid of 1 Summon Leviathan? I think we can. That might maybe tell them what we're doing if they look at our graveyard, but... I mean, it's an Izzet player. Their brains are the size of a peanut, so... Maybe... Maybe, guys. Yeah, they shocked that one in. Are they going to fling this one at us? No, no fling. Alright, well, that's an easy Aetherize. I don't know how many more burn spells we can survive through. I mean, we are halfway dead, and it's only turn 4. Kinda hope we draw a land. We also need, what's that card called? Smuggler's Surprise. They could even just have a counter spell. Spell Pierce. That gets it done. Don't just 3 damage to us. So we're down to 7. Alright, we do hit the land drop. So you're telling me there's a chance. They're going to play Slick Shot Show Off. That one eats a counter spell. Ooh, they plot that one. That's pretty nasty. Sleight of Hand. Let's look at the top 2. Nah, we're countering that one. We're countering that one. Multiversal could shock it in, but no, we don't want to shock it in. And then 2, 4, 5. That's only 6, and we need 7 mana for that one. Oh, guys, what do we do? Homa's also too slow. Yeah, I don't think we can afford to shock in a land. Because we're going down to 5. Oh, they could even play out Slick Shot Show Off. Burn us for 2. Oh, they plotted it this turn. They even have... Okay, so 1 card in hand. We're down to 2 HP. We missed the Smuggler Surprise, so we just lose. We play Summon Leviathan, bounce this Otter. They play Slick Shot Show Off. They buy back a card with Storm Chaser's Talent. So, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, just nothing we can do. And I don't even think they looked at our graveyard once. All right. All right, I'll try and get... I want to get one more for you guys. I don't want to end it on a loss, especially against a... Is it trash pile like the one we just played against? Playing against K. Roosevelt Jr. Momo, you need to stop standing on the laptop. I'm going to risk the Hedge Maze. I think we ship that land back. We have a Kiora on turn 4. Next turn, we do have a Smuggler Surprise. We got lucky. You know what? Nah, we'll still go with this one. And then we'll go with Botanical Sanctum. It's just because these do come in untapped after turn 3, and we've already been cooked. We've seen it in quite a few games. Ursa has haste. I mean, that does suck. They do just get to play him next turn, so they get that ability again. But at least we're not taking 3 damage. We're getting Kiora down next turn. Multiversal Passage and Cavern of Souls. That is 5 mana, so hopefully... I mean, Kiora's drawing too. We should definitely find a land, and hopefully another good Leviathan to just finish the opponent with Smuggler Surprise. Opponent is really thinking about these 2 cards. Or 1 card, or no cards to discard. Three steps ahead is pretty nice. Again, I think we save that one for when we have 5 mana, because then it is a counterspell and a draw 2. Discard 2 cards. I think we get rid of a land and a elf at this point. Don't need it. Again, if they go with Tersa, I'm fine taking the trade. They could, of course, have a shock. Which they do. Burst Lightning is basically the same thing, so they get 2 punch in for 3. And yeah, this turn... Ooh, we drew another Kiora. That's amazing. We will get this one on black. Even though I guess Cavern of Souls could have named Leviathan. It's all good, though. I mean, I'll be honest. I was really hoping for another, you know, good Leviathan or Serpent at this point. But next turn, we do have 3 steps ahead to draw 2 and counter one of their spells that they play. Opponent is looking at Kiora, reading the card. Could even attack with her next turn. Then we do get to create the Scion of the Deep. Really cool octopus. So, do we take 3 damage? I think we do, because we do have 3 steps ahead next turn. They don't even let us keep Kiora. So, honestly, I'm fine with that, guys. Kiora, you know, really good early game fodder. They plot a Slick Shot Show Off. That you hate to see. We did find another really good Leviathan, because it will actually pull back Kiora. So, yeah. Now we just need to hit a land with 3 steps ahead. And we only need to drop off 1 card. I always think it's 2 cards. Yeah, easy. Easy. Nah, opponent, you don't need a Godric. Godric the Grafted? That guy is in Elden Ring. Is he not? That's not a magic card. And yeah, I'm choosing to drop off Famished Worldsire because there is a chance that Sin pulls him back. 6 damage. And we have a untapped land for land number 6. Unfortunately, we do have to use this one on the opponent's attack step. We can't do it at their end step. Oh, do they just have a double burst lightning? That would actually be so tragic, guys. Please, opponent, don't have it. Oh my gosh, did I? Oh. Alright, well, we just lose. Dude, I cannot believe just how aggressive Standard is. Just kind of out of nowhere. I should have 100... I'm an idiot, guys. Wait, does that say at random? Nah, yeah, they can just play that one. Oh my god, it is a card at random, and I honestly, I guess any card would have done it. So, oh, guys, I'm terrible at this game. I cannot lie. I think we should have won that one. Should not have allowed them to go to attack steps. It's just, would it have mattered? No, I don't think it would have mattered, because if we did it before attack steps and we bounced those creatures back to their hand, they would have just had enough mana to play out Tursa anyway. And he has 7 mana, he has haste, so... Yeah, honestly, again, I think actually... I want to say I didn't even really misplay, because I think it was written in the stars that that was just an L for us. Oh. I think that one was just written in the stars. Momo, you're supposed to bring me good luck. Alright, double Aetherize. We actually had no blue mana, so I think we shipped that one back. This one we can keep, even though we don't have any blue mana. Yeah, guys, I think I figured out why no one really plays Smuggler's Surprise anymore. Just a little bit too slow. Alright, I don't want to take a double mulligan, so we'll ship that one back. As wild as this is, again, it's the elf that gets named. So we have the green. Multiversal comes in on blue. And they can come in. Yeah, we're gonna have it come in tapped. Guess I could have punched in with the elf, but I don't think it really matters. Breakout, looking for Badgermole Cub, hit the Badgermole Cub, promote a land, and then they are all tapped out. They did not find Badgermole Cub, so that I'm pretty happy about. This one does get to exile cards from graveyards, which is a little bit unfortunate. Do find the land. So we do have 5 mana, so that is a nice juicy counter spell and draw 2. So yeah, this turn definitely no attacks with Land War Elf. You can also see what the opponent plays. If they play another Breakout and, you know, their creature has haste, could hit them with the Aetherize. So we'll see. Little FOMO. Discard and draw, and they drop off a land. That's kind of crazy because they haven't played a land for turn. And there's starting town. All right, juicy Aetherize coming up. If the opponent chooses to attack, which I don't see why they wouldn't. They're a pretty aggressive deck. There they go. I guess they could have a Spell Pierce, tap this for blue, but nope. While Spell Pierce is only a card with mana value 2 or less, Stock Up is a pretty nice draw, but again, I think we just go with 3 steps ahead. I think we just go with 3 steps ahead. So there, the Aetherize did come in massively clutch. Opponent's got 4 mana to work with. Manually tapping. They want the double red. They want that double red, so it's not a Badgermill Cub. Or a Vibrance. Deals 3 damage to something. Nah. Opponent, you don't need to be taking out our elves. Rude? Some people would say that that's rude. I think we can get rid of 1 stock up at this point. Now we just really need to find another Leviathan and Smuggler's Surprise. They got the Wildfire Wickerfolt. That one does get to attack right away. Ooh, there's Smuggler's Surprise. So now we just need another Leviathan, which we don't find. How much mana do we have? 4, 5, 6. This one's 8, so we are pretty far away from that. Kiora actually is a pretty nice draw because that one could find us one. We're playing Kiora next turn. That's 3. Have the 2 elves. So I think we... Oh, I wanted to take Aetherize, but we need a land for Aetherize, so... I don't think it matters. They could remove our 2 elves with another Vibrance. That would be unfortunate. And that looks like what they're thinking about. Honestly, with these big creatures, Twin Maw Stormbrood, I always think they're playing with a random encounter deck then, but that deck usually plays a little bit more ramp, so I'm a little bit confused as to what the opponent's playing. Another Tursa? Dude, screw that creature. Alright, well, they are all tapped out. Yeah, no blocks from us. And we're down to 7. Another Smuggler's Surprise. Kiora. Honestly, I think we just have to shock this one in. Hope they don't have a burn spell, and maybe look to catch them off guard with Famished Worldsire and Kiora. Keen-Eyed Curator and 2 unknown cards. They don't even attack. That is pretty wild, opponent. Can't even lie. Do they just have some burn spells? Again, they're manually tapping. It's for another Vibrance, so they're going to look to... Wait, but can that deal damage to any target? Well, then I don't get why they didn't attack. Yeah, it's a Vibrance. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to take out our elf. Yeah, so that's not the one that they should have done. We'll tap the elf for some mana right now. Put a stop right here so we don't lose that floating mana, just to see if they do anything else. Do gain 2 life. Take out that creature. And they don't have anything else. Do we get down Famished Worldsire? Tursa gets a random card. They don't have any burn spells. Breakout would get it done. Alright, guys. This is crazy. I'm going to mill 4 cards and hope we hit a Summon Leviathan. Even though Bouncing Vibrance, actually maybe not the smartest play, because they could send that 3 damage face. This one also has haste as well. Bro, we didn't even find a good Leviathan. Hopefully we draw. Oh, it doesn't even have to be a good Leviathan. It's just a... Block 2, take 3. From Tursa. I mean, I guess so. 2, 4, 6. We do have 6 mana. Alright, let's see. They just have 1 unknown card in hand. Plus a top deck for turn. We already knew they had that starting town. We're taking 3 damage. We will sack... Yeah, we'll sack all these lands. We do get to draw 2 cards, which is pretty nice. But yeah, if they have it just a shock, they get us. And then that will be a second game in a row that Tursa is absolutely cooking us. Okay, we did find Summon Leviathan. I think we get rid of those 2 cards, to be honest. We will get to put a ton of cards, or a ton of lands onto the battlefield. Yeah, 8 lands. We'll name Leviathan. Unfortunately, they come in tapped. Yeah, we can pay 2 life, but it comes in tapped. It would have been really nice to have Into the Floodmaw available. We do get to Surveil. Definitely don't need another land on top. I guess we just save as much life as possible. We do lose Kiora either way. Oh, wait, but they didn't give it Trample. Oh, let's absolutely go. We're alive. Can they fling it? Do they have fling? They have 1 unknown card in hand. They go with Keen-Eyed Curator. I wouldn't be surprised if they take a few things. Ooh, and Patchwork Beastie. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I think we 100% have to go with Summon Leviathan. Yeah, unfortunately, we just have to go with Summon Leviathan. It would have been really nice to maybe go with Kiora as well, but we're 1 land short. Oh man, this is just a losing play as well because Vibrance can just deal 3 damage to us. Oh my gosh, guys. It deals 3 damage to any target, which includes our life total. I cannot buy a win. If I paid Wizards of the Coast money right now, I could not buy a win, guys. I guess we had to take out Vibrance. That's my bad then. But that one... The Wickerfire had Trample, so we actually had to block that one with some our Famished Worldsire. That is so tragic. Oh, come on, opponent. It's easy. It's right in front of you. You don't need to tap manually. Come on. Aye. All right. Well, we'll try one more, and then unfortunately, I will have to get off. Yeah, true. If I thought they gained 2 life earlier. They were at 22, I think. All right, we get to go first. Do need to hit a 3rd land drop, but then, you know, we do have Kiora into another Kiora. Opponent rips a mulligan right away. For a Plains, do hit the land drop, which is really nice. Definitely not going to Smuggler's Surprise right now, and we do have Sin. Another Smuggler's Surprise. We don't have double blue for 3 steps ahead, which is unfortunate. I think we do just name Leviathan, get down Kiora, and we'll probably find the land drop. Ooh, I think we get rid of 1 Kiora and 1 Multiversal, even though we do need double green, which we don't have. I really don't want to show them that I have Smuggler Surprise. I'm sure we'll find another green land along the way. Oh my gosh, we literally just played this deck. I mean, it wasn't this exact deck, but it was pretty close. They were a Boros version, and this opponent, you know, they haven't showed us any Boros cards just yet. Do we honestly look to draw 2 cards and discard a card? Now, you know what? As crazy as it sounds, guys, I'll say no blocks this turn. We'll go for Smuggler's Surprise right now to mill a bunch of cards. We'll pull a land. Yeah, we'll pull a land back. That will be land number 5. And yeah, we can pull back the Famished World Sire. And then we did draw one, which is really unfortunate. I will shock this one in on green. So now we do have double green for Smuggler's Surprise 2/4. That is only 5 mana. So we will go with 3 steps ahead. Okay, this might be another juicy one. We'll go with 3 steps ahead to counter any spell that they might play. And we will take the block right now. I know we're at 14 life, but I mean, with how crazy Standard is, I would not be surprised if, well, they have nothing. Hopefully they choose to play something. Demo field. An opponent does nothing. I am going to draw 2 cards, guys. It is this stupid Botanical Sanctum. You have to be kidding me. Oh, we just need to drop off 1 card. Yeah, it's a Famished World Sire. That's fine, opponent. We do play with a few basics. Take the green one, because we need double green for Smuggler's Surprise. Ooh, alright. Never Punished. What do we name here? I think we've already named Leviathan. We can go with Serpent. Alright. Alright, I am so glad that this Botanical Sanctum did not come back to cook our bacon. So, opponent can go to attack steps. Again, I don't think they could deal 12 damage, but, I mean, you never know with Standard, so we are going to have these 2 creatures hit the battlefield. We'll sack all these lands. Sin will get to pull something back. Hopefully he can pull back quite a few lands that we sacked with Famished World Sire as well. So yeah, submit 7. We'll name Leviathan for that one. This one can come in on blue. We get to Surveil. I don't want to throw Kiora into the graveyard because there is a chance that, well, we already have a Kiora in the graveyard, so never mind. We'll keep Kiora. So Sin's going to pop off right now. Doesn't pop off at all. He pulls back Kiora. I was hoping he would find some lands for us. We'll drop off... Now, we'll drop off a land and stock up. And then that's a easy block right there. Opponent has a Day of Judgment, so that's really unfortunate. So, we'll just get down Sin. Do we sack these lands? How many lands do we still have in our deck, guys? Still have 10 lands. I'll sack 6 lands. Ooh, sack 6 lands to find 8 lands. That you love to see. I think we literally only have just 2 lands left in our library. Into the Floodmon, don't think we need it. We have some pretty big creatures, and opponent kind of just has to wipe the board just turn after turn. I think we are down 2 Smuggler Surprises. We still play with 2 of them, so... Ooh, Beza. They don't get to gain any life. They do get some creatures. Oh, we're drawing Summon Leviathan, so just go ahead and bounce everything back to the opponent's hand so you have no blockers. And now we can punch in. Oh my gosh, let's absolutely go. And yeah, that one turn that we played those creatures, I really thought the opponent was, you know, playing with a bunch of pump spells to try and pump those tokens up. And I know he just had one of them. I'm just traumatized, guys. We've seen just kind of, not out of nowhere, but opponents, yeah, kind of out of nowhere, just finish us off when we have like 14 life, 10 life. So I was shaking in my boots a little bit. So that's why I ripped it early. That is why if you can do that on the opponent's end step, you know, then they can't go with the Day of Judgment. So anyways, we got there in the end. Sin, unfortunately, he actually didn't find any lands for us with how many lands we had in the graveyard. That's honestly pretty crazy that 2 turns in a row. First turn he found Kiora, and second turn he found the Famished Worldsire right away. So, yeah. Anyways, got it done. We got it done, and I think that's where I'll be ending it for today. I'll still maybe look to get another game or two. This will be Friday's video. But yeah, if you guys want to check it out right now, I do think the Aetherize is probably a good call. Lessons of Life, honestly, was a little bit too slow. Honestly, this Botanical Sanctum, I mean, it's a dual-colored land. It does come in untapped for the first few turns. Oh, you know what? Why aren't we playing... No, guys, I'm a total idiot. There is a new card from Secrets of Strixhaven. It's not even new. Dreamroot Cascade. Why were we not playing this one? Just 4 copies of that one? Screw that Botanical Sanctum. I know that this one does come in tapped if it's turn 1 or 2. Sometimes there is a play that we'd like to go with, but man, that's some L comms from you guys. You guys should have known. You guys should have been like, Dreamroot Cascade. Because yeah, that Verge honestly cooked us a few times. Anyway, here's the deck. I do like Aetherize. But yeah, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I am gonna go on a small trip this Friday. So Saturday, no stream, and then next Tuesday, no stream either. But then I do come back the following Saturday. I believe that's the 20th. And there's a chance that maybe no stream either, because I might be pretty tired from all the travel and stuff. So honestly, guys, the next stream might be the Marvel superhero set. Nah, I'm pretty sure. I will try and stream that Saturday. If not that Saturday, then maybe that Sunday, just to touch base with you guys. And honestly, maybe go over some of the new superhero cards, because yeah, I haven't seen any spoilers or anything. And I'm not averse to checking out the spoilers. I definitely will look at the cards, think of some decks to craft on day one, because Tuesday when the new set releases, I will definitely have a deck that we can play right away. And you know, I'd be happy to hear any suggestions from you guys. I know the other week, Horror Stories said Thanos looked like a pretty fun one, so yeah, we'll have to think of a deck. We can maybe do that. Yeah, either that Saturday or Sunday that I get back. So yeah, guys, no stream this Saturday and next Tuesday. But yeah, I have Wednesday's video done. I'll get a few more games with this deck probably tomorrow and Thursday for a video for Friday. And I have filmed, recorded, and scheduled some videos for next week. What are they? Oh, one of them is actually a really, really fun Lessons deck. We play all the Paradigm cards for free. I think that's next week, Monday's video. Wednesday, I forgot. And next week, Friday's video. Again, I'm not here this whole week. But that one actually was a suggestion from Unite. I think we played that deck, I think once or twice last time I streamed. It is trying to get a double Oko ult trigger with the Phenomena Recorder. That one was a ton of fun to play with. So yeah, even though I won't be here for streaming, there still will be the scheduled videos for you guys to check out. So yeah, I'm gonna end it like I always end it. Thank you guys for being here. I think it's a really, really fun community that we're building here. Great time, great vibes. I know I played pretty poorly today, guys. I can't lie. I think I did definitely have a few misplays. Yeah, you know, some decks we played against, this is more of a janky deck. You know, it's not supposed to really compete with the, you know, is it elemental deck. I am really sad that game number 1, that is what we faced, and I lost, so that's too bad. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the games. And yeah, internet's a crazy place out there, so don't trust anyone out there except your boy right here. You can always trust my word. And yeah, I'm just gonna end it.